and bother. What the devil are you looking at?
I'm sorry?
No, I'm sorry. I'm ruined. Ruined!
How so?
It's a disaster. Who wants to see a woman wrangle wild animals who doesn't have any bloody wild animals? Come to America, they said. Come to the land of opportunity, they said. Sod you, Daddy, I said. I'm going to America to make it on the stage. I don't want to be in the army. Ooh. Now look at me. The old git will have a field day.
I didn't really understand any of that.
I had an act. The bravest woman in the world. The animal wrangler. Watch her tame wild beasts.
And you were the woman?
Of course I was the bloody woman. Look at me. It's the stage. Grease paint. Tears. No one wants to see a man wrangling wild animals. And no one wants to see a woman wrangling nothing. Can I borrow your gun? I want to shoot myself. You see, I'm buggered.
Why?
My animals, they escaped. And now I'm buggered.
What escaped?
A priceless Ranjaniki tiger from the slopes of the Hindu Heights. A fantastic, elusive zebra from the plains of Ongo Bongo by the shores of the Limpopo. And a magnificent lion from the grasslands of Tanganyika.
Yeah, I see your problem. They're pretty hard to come by around here.
Listen, friend. Help a fellow out, would you? I'm beyond desperate. If you see any of them, will you bring them back here?
If I see a tiger or a lion or a zebra just roaming around.
Exactly. Well, I believe the zebra's up near Larned Sod. Distinctive creature that he is. I'll make it worth your while.
All right, madam.
It's bloody Margaret, not madam. Margaret. Mistress of fucking danger.
Yep. Yeah. 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 Slow up now. Look here. Easy. Oh, easy there. Come on now. Hey, hey. Okay. Your stripes better not rub off on my pants. Yeah. Ah! Whoa now! Hey! Enough! Whoa now! Come here! Easy, easy!
What was that for?
Come here! Keep that up! I'll get this donkey to kick you! Easy! Yep. Whoa! Go! That's it. Yeah. Gotcha.
Good grief! You found him! Our zebra!
Well, you can call him that. Although he's as much a zebra as you are a lady animal wrangler.
Oh dear, you're missing the point, aren't you? It's an illusion. A trick of the eye to bamboozle the senses. Confound comprehension.
Hoodwink your audience?
Hoodwink? Our audiences? Dear boy, don't be so dreadfully literal. No one will pay for the truth. They only pay for deception. The allure of the stage, dreams and reality. Ah. What is the greater conjuring trick? Lassoing some poor beast, on the plains of mumbo-jumbo land and shipping it here so it can dance the polka or turning. There, in the glare of those arc lamps, something mundane into something extraordinary. It's the difference between prose and poetry. It's alchemy. We're selling dreams, dear boy.
Well, as long as you don't pay me with tickets to your show.
Yes. Well, it's not everyone's cup of tea.
And speaking of my payment...
Of course. I shall make it worth your while. But, first, we shall need the whole menagerie back before we can think about that. My assistant's gone for the tiger.
Tiger?
Yes. And taken our remaining lion in case it could lend a paw. They're down there on Caliga Way. Please, I hate to ask.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
Now that you've started helping, it would be a terrible shame not to continue.
Yeah.
Come on!
Nearly done, boy. Hey, mister.
Oh.
Miss.
Howdy, mister.
Did, you lose a tiger?
Yeah, you found one?
Nah, I found your caravan down the way. Margaret said that you might need a hand.
Oh, you weren't wrong. That tiger's missing. I sent our best lion out to find him, and, now he's missing too. It is a right old predicament.
Your lion from Timbuktu, weren't he?
From Valentine, I think. He might be more of a kind of dog than a lion, but in a certain light, a feller could never tell.
Of course. Which way to go?
Into them shrubs over there.
Okay. Why don't you hop up on the wagon and I'll see if I can find his track.
Okay.
I got it. Got the trail. These are paw prints.
I'm gonna move this wagon up.
Looks like blood to me. Shit. What's this? Oh, darn. Found your dog. Ex-dog, ex-lion.
Hey, boy! Oh, where's the rest of them?
I think a cougar took him.
That'd be Stripey. And I always thought they got along.
Your tiger is a wild cat?
Uh-huh.
What else? You still need it back?
Oh, yes, sir. She's our star attraction.
Well, let's hope it wants the other half of its dinner.
The other half? Really?
I'm gonna put him in your wagon. You find somewhere to hide.
Oh. Well, behind that log, then.
Okay.
The other half? Really?
I'm gonna put him in your wagon. You find somewhere to hide.
Oh. Well, behind that log, then.
Okay. Grub's up. Stay down. She won't be too far away.
Come quick. I went out to find a tiger.
Cougar, you mean?
And I end up losing a lion.
Yeah, dog.
Ain't having any luck.
Well, if that's what you're dealing with, you didn't have any luck to begin with. Cougars and dogs.
Hey, it ain't what you got in this life. It's what you make of it.
Well, that's very wise of you. Especially when you're lacking zebras and tigers. Hey, keep your head down. It's coming.
Look, I really don't think she'll eat the dog. Like I said, they was friends.
Shut it.
Oh, I guess she's real hungry.
She's feral. I'm locking her in. Let's go.
We got her! Okay. Drive, will you? And I'll keep an eye on her.
Sure thing.
Let's get her back to Mr. Margaret. She's still eating. I would have thought, since they was close and all.
Wild creatures turn on each other. Seeming friendly one minute, dinner the next. Viciousness comes easy. I mean, I should know. I've run with a few of them myself.
Is that right?
No, not really. Hey, I realize I ain't properly introduced myself.
Sally Nash.
Arthur Morgan.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Tell me, Miss Nash, how you end up in this racket?
I guess it's always been my inclination, you know? Wild beasts and the like. I met Mr. Margaret, we got to talking, and well, you can probably tell, in this field, he's the ace of spades.
He's a card, all right.
It's my modest hope, one day, to be the world's second bravest woman animal wrangler.
I'd say you got that sewn up and then some.
You think? I hope so. Top 5, at least. Depends on how many more fellers throw their hat in the ring.
Maybe one of these days, the best female for the job will actually be a female.
Oh, I don't know if that'll ever happen. We lost the main road around here when the dust was up. Be careful or you might get wrecked too.
Okay. You know the only thing to do in a dust storm is wait it out?
Mr. Margaret's a lot of things, but best female navigator ain't one of them.
I imagine you're right about that.
We was tearing around here, looking for any kind of landmark when over we go. Whole caravan toppled. Found each other and some shelter, but when the wind died down, the animals was gone.
And now they're back. Some of them, at least.
Thanks to you.
You would have managed it yourself. I just helped you along.
Do you ever want to get in the sideshow business? I'm sure there'd be a place for a fellow like you.
I'll leave the professional theatrics.
Aha! I see you found each other.
Sure did, Mr. Margaret.
Jolly good, jolly good.
You know, tarring and feathering a donkey is one thing.
I beg your pardon? It's grease paint, makeup.
But playing dolls dressed up with a wild animal, you're gonna want to be a lot more careful.
Strappy ain't king, Mr. Margaret. I saw her do it.
I always thought they got along.
Oh, she liked him just fine. She licked her chops and asked for seconds. Hey, speaking of which, you got any more word on that runaway lion, or are you gonna pay me for these misfits?
Look, I'm well aware that we're not Royal Command performance material. Daddy, you were right, goddamn you! But a cow barn in Rhodes is hardly Drury Bloody Lane.
You got any word on the lion?
Yes, I've got word on the lion. Shit is the word. Someone saw him near Emerald Ranch. As you know, we're lately very short on lions. So, I'd be very grateful. All kinds of grateful.
There's only one kind of grateful I care about.
So long, mister.
Be a dear and fix me a gin.
should go and get my repeater.
Hold your side!
I am holding it. Hold yours. We got a cursed creature in here.
Oh, yeah?
It's as big as a mule and as mean as a hellcat.
It looks like a lion to me.
That's a dog in there.
Dog?
Now, if you'll excuse me. Step aside.
What?
I said step aside. Yeah, boy.
Didn't look like no dog.
Come here, boy. Let's go.
Look what you done. Look what you done.
Son of a bitch. I'll take care of this. Sweet mother of... Easy, boy. Easy. Shit!
He got it. He shot the thing. Is he dead? I pray that thing's a goner. Whoever owned that beast got some answering to do.
I've never seen one of those before, and I hope I don't again.
Amen to that.
Come on, pal. Yeah! Yeah!
Odysseus returns! Sally, get the cages ready!
Yes, sir, Mr. Margaret, right away.
Man, man-eating lion. You didn't think that it might be useful for me to know that this time the animal was actually real, you moron?
Steady on. I clearly stated that we were looking
You
for...
haven't clearly stated anything in all the time I've known you. That could have been a goose for all I
A
knew.
goose will hardly get them to their feet for the curtain call. Bring on the king of the beasts, on the other hand, and they feel the roar. And they, well, look about as surprised as you do. What have you done with him, if you don't mind me asking?
I killed him. He's dead.
Bloody hell! This is Ramo, boy.
Well, it was him or me. Now, pay me.
Yes, of course, of course. I have just the thing. And what a treasure it is! You're a lucky man, sir. Very lucky man. From the mines of El Dorado, as green as the rainforest, as clear as the Amazon, and as dear as all the gold in the Andes. One man's labor is but a trifle compared to this jewel's true value. Wait! I shouldn't. What would Daddy say?
Your daddy ain't here, and we had a deal.
Yes, of course. A promise is a promise. Sally, get the wagons moving.
Ain't we waiting for the lion?
He's in the great hunting ground in the sky. Good day, sir, and thank you. But we really must be getting along.
Yeah, I won't keep you. So long.
So long, Mr. Morgan. Next time you see me, I'll be topping the bill, I promise. Or at least I'll be on the bill.
All in good time, my dear. Here. Help. Watch yourself, damn it. What's the issue? Ah! Faster. Go, go. Ah! Now, come on! Yeah! Yeah! Look out! Move! Yeah! Yeah! Yep. Yeah. Anyone moves, I go blink before I shoot you. Hurry up with that. Please. This bastard. Worth it. Let's go.
Giddy up. Yep. Hill. Just here, boy.
How's it going? Yeah, good. Glad to hear.
I apologize in advance for this stew. It needs better meat.
Not the best, I'll be honest.
That's how it goes sometimes.
All right. Hey, I'm burning up here.
Go away, Lenny.
This all I got for you. Very good. We were getting low. Many thanks, Mr. Morgan. This camp could do with a few improvements. Why don't you take a look at my ideas?
Mr. Matthews.
Hello.
Appreciate it, Pearson.
Ah, Herr Morgan.
Herr Strauss.
How are you enjoying yourself here?
Well enough, I guess. And you?
Well, it turns out the pursuit of freedom is not a cheap business. Not for us, and not for some of the locals.
Sharking already.
I prefer to call it banking.
You ain't the one handing out the beatings.
No, but I am the one feeding the women and children in the camp. What choice do we have, Mr. Morgan?
I don't know. Well, come on, then. Tell me who.
Here's the list. Refinery worker turned hunter by the name of Vinton Holmes. You'll find him up in the hills north of Strawberry. Ah, an apprentice undertaker. This one working in rows. His name was Gwen Hughes.
And how many of them do you think will be able to pay?
With enough encouragement, both of them.
We should go fishing again soon. That was fun.
Yes, I needed that. To clear the mind after everything.
Yep. Well, I should get back to it.
Sure, Arthur.
Hey, you see Mikey put any money in the box?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Thanks. All right, well, I should be getting on.
Take care, Arthur.
Pearson,
Good morning.
thank you for all your work.
Of course, Mr. Morgan. How are you?
Well, good day so far.
Yeah, glad to hear it.
Arthur.
You going fishing?
Yes.
Or running off to Colm O'Driscoll?
Of course not.
I was joking.
That's very funny. Yes, very, very funny. I saved your life, and now you torture me. Ho, ho.
Shut up.
Do you want to go fishing with me? I found an interesting spot. We'll do well.
I'm not a great fisherman.
But I am. I'll teach you something. We come?
Sure.
All right, then. Grab your horse and let's go. Okay, follow me. I know a great little fishing spot along the beach. Who'd have thought it? Wasn't that long ago I was tied to the back of your horse while begging for mercy. Now we're off fishing together.
How do you know I ain't just looking for a good place to drown you?
Because I saved your life, Arthur.
You keep saying that. But I save your life every day I don't kill you. So we are more than even on that front.
Come on, you don't mean that.
You better believe I mean it. Now, where's this spot?
Not much further. This is the place. Some beautiful smallmouth here.
Bass?
Sure. This strip of shore looks perfect. Pick a spot. That's a little close, ain't it, Arthur? Seeing lots of bluegill and bass over here. Eat with worms or crickets if you got 'em. Otherwise, maybe some bread or cheese.
You getting many bites there, O'Driscoll?
I ain't an O'Driscoll. I told you fellers 100 times. I'd only been with him a couple of months. Was just a runner, helping out with the horses mainly. Bottom rung of the ladder.
And to think that was the high point of your career.
Colm goes through men like cigars. They ain't like you folks. You barely knew my name. I'm more Kieran Vanderlyn than Kieran O'Driscoll at this point. Honest to God. Mostly I'm Kieran Duffy.
I hate to break it to you, but I ain't sure Kieran Vanderlyn is gonna stick.
Not too fast, you could break the line. you go. Nice. Good catch, Arthur. Now see if you can hook another. So, you think Dutch trusts me now?
That's a good one.
What?
Not in the slightest, my friend.
I can't win. I promised loyalty, he says, but you wasn't loyal to Colm. If I say I ain't got no allegiance to nobody, he says, how do I know you won't turn on us then?
I don't know what you want to hear. I'm trying hard to feel sorry for you, but somehow I just can't manage to.
What in the world? Arthur, are you seeing this? The fella's naked as a jaybird.
Is that why you like this spot?
My lord. There's somebody who needs to go to confession.
Hey, watch the line!
Oh, hey! I nearly gulped down a minnow. Sorry, fellas. Didn't see you there. Why don't you take a break? Come on in. The water's wonderful. You here for some fishing?
We hope to. You haven't scared them all away, have you?
Oh, just so you fellers know, there's some real big ones over that way, like this. Well, I better keep the blood pumping. Hope you gents catch something.
Yeah? Maybe we'll take a look. Thanks.
I know where that is. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go.
Hey, wait up! Well, take care.
Are you coming then?
Let's go, boy. Go!
I think this is the place that naked fella was talking about. Did you see that amazing bluegill?
Sure. That got you real excited, huh?
Come on, Arthur, let's walk down to the beach. Hope we land this monster.
Uh-huh.
It ain't easy to catch a fish like that with bread and cheese, but, you never know. We might get lucky.
Guess we'll see.
You won't catch much if you don't catch a line.
So who taught you how to fish?
My pappy, mostly. I lost my mammy and pappy when I was young to cholera.
Your mammy?
Like I said, I was real young. After that, I was on my own pretty much, but I knew horses and fishing.
Well, just think now you'll never be alone again.
Is it that monster? Did you get it?
Not sure. Oh, it's a fight or whatever it is. Let's see if I can reel him in.
You got it! Oh, amazing. Sure wish I was the one to catch it.
Well, you ain't known for your luck, Kieran.
Well, I guess I'll head back to camp now. Good job, Arthur.
All right, then. See you later. I'm sorry, boy. Yep. Come on. Now, come on. Yeah!
Yep, that's the word.
Good Lord, it can't be worth it. Bye. Don't look quite right.
Hey, mister.
Morning, friend.
How's things?
About terrible.
I ain't never gonna get the hang of this. Dad don't care if it's pretty, right?
Don't be shy. Please.
Apprentice. More like servant.
Hey!
This here's the feller. The one that found me.
This fella? You let him suck on your leg?
I will owe you my whole life. No lie. But, let me buy you something from the store. Whatever you want, it's on me.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Having conquered evil the way I have, it's the least a humble man can do.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, guy with the snake bite says I can put something here on his tab.
That fool? Jesus. If it's not one thing, it's another with him. But he pays his owe, so who am I to argue? Let me know what you choose. I'll add it to his list. I'll let him know. You're paying next time, though.
Pick something up on your tab. Thanks again. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Morning.
Morning.
You know a good place? Get some food?
Don't know.
I was just asking.
Be seeing you.
You want a fitting?
When Hughes? Start picking out a box for yourself if you don't got that money you owe Leopold Strauss.
I don't... I need more time.
Doesn't everybody? That casket for you? Or you want another?
Wait. I can get it for you. But, come with me to the churchyard. And stay close. Hmm?
All right.
Oh, this ain't right. I mean, I'll get you your money, but, well, you'll see.
What ain't right is borrowing money you can't pay back.
I guess you're correct, but, it ain't exactly right, what we're doing.
You ain't the first to put his hand in the collection box, and you won't be the last. Rest a little easier knowing church has been taking more than they need off poor folks since time began.
Well, like I said, well, the morality of the matter is a little more confusing than that.
Okay. You head on in the church, I'll keep watch.
Well, it ain't in there. It's under here. I'm digging up Mrs. Claypole.
Jesus!
Well, she got a bunch of jewels in there that she don't need. Oh, damn it. There's a bunch of people here. Oh, I got it. Look, you clear them off, and I'll wait right around here. But don't hurt nobody. We don't want no fuss.
Don't be shy, ain't no one around.
Just my auntie?
Your auntie's long past prudishness.
It's disrespectful.
You'd rather disrespect the living, breathing woman you got here in front of you?
Can't we just get married like normal folks?
Married? Don't be goopy.
I don't know what to say to you.
You two might want to find somewhere a little more private.
We was fine until you got here, mister. Good day now.
Get out of here, kids. Move!
Come on. I knew we shouldn't have been here.
You missed your chance, boy!
Ma'am, would you mind clearing out of here for some maintenance work?
Oh, gladly. It's about time this place got cleaned up.
It's all clear.
All right. Now go watch the gate. I'll get to this exhumation.
I'm sorry, ma'am. The church grounds are closed for maintenance work.
Well, it's about time, too. The place was in need of some care and attention.
Things was done on merit, you and me'd be running things.
Sure would.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Hey, look, we're closed for some, excavation work. Would you mind?
No, I ain't gonna mind you at all. You carry on with your business, we'll carry on with ours. This feller. Oh,
damn choir boy. Get the hell out of this churchyard. Are you boys gonna need yourselves a preacher?
You hear this fella?
I heard him all right.
We're gonna lick you, bastard!
You gonna get it!
Shit. Hope this hole's dug.
Well, here's your payment. Oh, forgive me, Mrs. Claypole.
What'd you find?
Well, she had a brooch here. Looks like diamonds.
Oh, this'll do. Now get out of here before someone sees you.
Can't believe it's come to this. All right, well, I'm out of here. That's more than clear what I owe you.
Some good news.
Welcome back. So, what are you in the market for? Well, if that gun ain't shining, glad you take care of what's yours. That gun seems to be well taken care of. Looks like you're taking care of that weapon. Good to see. Well, if that gun ain't shining, glad you take care of what's yours. Hey, you know that gun could use a few choice parts, really make her sing.
That's great.
You'll appreciate the improvement. That's a wise investment. Interested in engraving some? Make that weapon your own. Like what you see? I'm a bit of a hunting enthusiast, as you may have surmised. Looks like you're taking care of that weapon. Good to see. That gun seems to be well taken care of. I can improve the accuracy of that, you know. That'll help, I'm sure. You'll notice the difference.
That's more like it.
Sold a shotgun to a hunter last week. Made near $20 in sales to the butcher this week alone. Where's my cut, huh? Looks like you're taking care of that weapon. Good to see. Interested in a stock? Could put some carbons on it, too. You'll appreciate the improvement. That could really shine with some carbon in it. I'd keep away from the butcher's sausage. There's a reason he keeps the price so low. Always happy to help. That gun seems to be well taken care of. Got some nice parts for that gun, you know. Interested in engraving some? Make that weapon your own. You spend much time in the parlor house? Every time I'm there, I thank God I'm armed. You've got a fine weapon, but I can make it even finer if you're interested. Looks like you're taking care of that weapon. Good to see. That gun seems to be well taken care of. Looks like you're taking care of that weapon. Good to see. Weapon's only as good as its stock. Got some fine ones cut just for it. That'll help, I'm sure. That's a wise investment. That could really shine with some carbon in it. Well, if that gun ain't shining, glad you take care of what's yours. Hey, you know that gun could use a few choice parts, really make us sing. You'll appreciate the improvement. You'll notice the difference.
Let's have a look. That should be good. Hey, friend.
Morning, partner.
Money to be made on the new railroad for those who know.
Mister.
Fine morning.
Of course, of course. Oh, and here is my dear friend, Arthur Callahan. Boy is a hunter. Boy is a killer. Arthur, you've met but not been introduced to Mr. Oh, I'm so sorry, Sheriff Gray.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine.
Tough business you boys had.
We did?
Oh, there's no need to pretend with me, sir. Life can be tough.
So it can.
And no man owes another anything.
No, sir.
But still, I feel you were hard done by. Losing your employment like that. But still, here in Rhodes, we have work enough for honest men.
Oh, that's some strong stuff. Still, don't seem to be doing you any harm, I guess.
Exactly.
Whoa.
Excuse me a moment.
I told you we was moving up in this world. Deputies.
You have finally lost your mind.
Amongst these drunkards, hillbillies, and slavers? Good, honest thieves like us. We're bound to be moralizers in a place like this. Oh, Sheriff Gray, you are back.
Now listen, sir. There is shine in them woods, though, and it is costing this county its good name and the state a whole lot of income. You boys wouldn't mind rooting it out. Maybe we'll make you permanent. I gotta set me down a second.
Not a problem, sir. Not a problem at all. You are in safe hands now. And people waste time with the temperance movement. Liquor never dulled a good man's senses. Arthur, you ride with the deputy. Bill and I will follow.
Climb on up. Let's go.
Archibald?
How are you?
Pretty good.
And your friend is behaving himself?
Oh, yes. I think he's learned his lesson.
Congratulations on becoming a temporarily deputized citizen of Scarlet Meadows County. Most towns just get bounty hunters to do their dirty work these days, but Sheriff Gray believes the law should keep the law. Now, I'm sure I don't need to remind you there's a chain of command here.
There is?
Dang straight there is. This is a dangerous business, but follow my lead and you'll be just fine.
Sure. Hey! Archibald wants to remind us he's in charge here.
Of course!
Who else would be?
You were a big help with them Anderson boys, and I put in a very good word with the sheriff on your behalf.
We appreciate that.
We rounded up the others soon after. I'm pushing for the rope myself, but that's by the by.
So, these moonshiners.
Not just any moonshiners, Braithwaites. I told you about the Braithwaites?
Pretty sure you did.
Old Cotton family had a fortune at one point until, well, a few changes in the labor laws. Now they're dealing in moonshine. We found their stills hidden all over Lemoyne. Quick as we destroy one, another one pops up. You could call it a pitiful fall from grace, if they had any grace to start with.
I have no time for tax dodgers.
Not to mention the fact that Catherine Braithwaite has a rather expensive interest in thoroughbred horses to maintain.
But I heard something about it being gold these families were fighting over.
Well, that's the rumor. But the Grays and the Braithwaites think the others stole a fortune from them. But it happened so long ago, I don't know for sure if it's true.
Must be tough being rich, huh?
So I imagine.
That badge rather suits you, Mr. W.
Yes. I thought so, too.
Does it feel good to be back at it? Serving your country?
I wouldn't go that far.
Whoa! Whoa! Hold up. You see that wagon? Dear me, that don't look good. Oh. Come on, mister. Keep your eyes open. Oh, this must have happened recently. Hey, come have a look at this. Look, suit and tie, one bullet clean through the forehead. Well, my money says this is the handiwork of a gang called the Lemoyne Raiders.
Yeah, I've run into them.
Let's see if we've got any identification. Okay. We should get going. I'll send someone over here later to clean this up. Would you mind taking the reins? I want to have a look at these papers.
Sure.
I'll direct you. Okay. Frederick Mitchell, Lemoyne State Legislator. Poor fella. Yes, this certainly smacks of the Raiders to me. Bunch of ex-Army Free Staters without an ounce of respect for the law. That's 7 government officials they've murdered this year alone. Go right at the crossroads.
Yep. Not the nicest fellas in my experience.
Oh, and I know the Braithwaites are in business with them. No shame. Trash begets trash, my Uncle Reginald used to say. He had a few stories, let me tell you. Town preacher and town sheriff. They're right again here. To drink a sailor under the table before breakfast. He had one tiny hand, like a child's, on the end of a grown man's arm. But anyway, this tells you what kind of people the Braithwaites are. Selling moonshine to murderers. I tell folks don't even speak to him. Don't even look him in the eye.
I'm sure I wouldn't.
Here we are. So what was I saying?
Something about the Braithwaites, I think.
Even saying that word makes me sick. Now. Anyone we find here, we bring in alive, understood? this operation down for good. Come on. Let's see what we're dealing with. See? What did I tell you, boys? What did I say? I said this place was crawling with vermin, and we just found ourselves the rat's nest par excellence, as they say in Paris. My aunt, she went to Paris back in '78.
How are we gonna handle this?
Well, the way I said...
Actually, let my friend here decide. He doesn't have your fine way with words, but he is definitely the man for the job.
Let's split up. Arthur and Bill, me and Archibald. You boys want right or left?
We'll take the left.
Let's stop these filthy, degenerate tax dodgers. The cheek of them. A fine idea.
Remember what he said. We need them alive. Let's just knock them out and then tie them up.
Got it, Deputy Williamson.
By the bridge over there.
I'll deal with him.
Okay, make it quick. I think I saw another one guarding the still. I'll get this feller trussed up.
Deal with the last one, get him to the wagon. Drop him with the others.
I think that's it.
Well, what do we do now?
We better destroy all this. Any of your boys can handle explosives?
Sure. Anyone but him.
So,
You think you're real funny, don't you?
tell me about the...
That is the last time I'll mention it, I swear.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, years ago, they was the finest family around. 1,000 acres or more, 300 slaves. And, well, decadence crept into their way of living. Decadence and debauchery. Kind of like in England, which is why they cut the king's head off. And at the same time, the Grey family came from Scotland recently, maybe 120 years ago. And they challenged the Braithwaites. And over time, a feud developed. And with the Greys being right and proper in pretty much everything, and the Braithwaites being uncivilized and English in their manners, if you know what I mean. And so it has gone on like this for years.
Please tell me you're almost done, Arthur.
Sure. Just a second.
Anymore. Do you?
No.
Let's find Dutch and get out of here.
Fine by me.
Come on, Arthur. I'd rather not be here when our friends notice the shine.
done. Well, forgive me, but me and my men must return to our lives. Ah. Seems like we failed to destroy the last of the moonshine.
Sure.
Would you like us to?
Well, I normally take it. For personal consumption, it's sort of part of the job. But I better get back home. Why don't I just take a jug or two and leave you boys the rest to show that there's no hard feelings on account of the war?
We are all Americans.
Of course. My cousin, Webster, he used to say some of us is not as American as others, if you know what I mean. Only I didn't quite. Come on, you degenerate, no-good, white trash, hillbilly piece of scum. I know you, Billy Lime.
Finally.
You've always been a piece
Finally.
of crap. Come on, move
We
it.
have a life
Move it.
on a land so stupid, a backwater so backwards that even we are like geniuses. Bill, get this stuff out of here. Come on, you ride with me.
Okay.
Should I stash this somewhere near camp, boss?
Yes, show it to Hosea. I'm sure he can find a use for it. Bit of trouble back there, Arthur?
Ain't there always? From what they was yelling, I think they were the buyers.
Old Archibald didn't ask too many questions, so neither should we.
I ain't planning to.
That was worth the effort, though. Deputized and hiding in plain sight. These lawmen, these two families. I mean, I really think we can play this from all sides. It's got Hosea written all over it.
This is starting to sound like the Young Dutch again.
What do you mean, Young Dutch? I'm as strong as I have ever been. Hey, you know what? Why don't I race you back?
Okay, you're on.
That's the spirit. Okay, on my word. Set, go! Oh, kill you! You never were much of a rider.
We'll see about that.
Let's go.
I'm just picking my moment, Dutch. Go.
Sorry, Arthur. This ain't looking good for you. Oh, I am sorry, son.
Well, spare the gloating, Dutch.
Oh, I'm not a gloater. Why would I laugh at the fact that you haven't learned, after all these years, to ride a horse very well? That is a source of great sorrow to me.
Very funny.
I had fun with you today. Be well. Here? Well, I was gonna say you're like a son to me. But you're more than that.
Going fishing. The rivers around here, famous for the smallmouth bass. Fella I met showed me a couple spots. You want to join me?
I can't fish with you. You're far too good.
Oh, come on, come on. Hey, join me. I'll show you a couple of my tricks. There's a spot not too far from here that I've been wanting to try out.
Glad you're so excited about this.
You will be too when you start pulling out smallmouth. Are you coming or not? Okay, follow me. Ha!
I thought you said it wasn't far.
Too far to walk, though. Yeah, come on.
God damn it! Been a while since we rode out, just you and me.
Probably since we went looking for John on the mountain.
Already seems long ago. How you feeling about everything? Been a strange couple of months.
Hey, you know, I can't even return to my country because the price on my head is so big. This is nothing exactly new to me. And I'll always be loyal to Dutch. He sees the world the same as I do. If we have to fight, we'll fight. If we have to run, we'll run. If we must die, we'll die, but we'll stay free.
And Dutch, you don't feel like, well, that he's doing things a little differently now? You saw what happened with that girl on the ferry.
No fight, good or bad, is won without blood. I know that better than most. I think too many people are focusing on Dutch when they should be looking at themselves, what they could have done better.
Maybe you're right.
We'll cut through to the right here. The other day, I rode down to the Lanahatchee River. I caught some beautiful steelhead trout.
You mean the Lanahatchee River?
No. The Lanahatchee. It runs right near here.
Yeah, but it's pronounced Lanahatchee.
Why is everything in English said differently than it's written? Make us feel stupid?
Oh, you're asking the wrong feller.
Okay, it's just down the hill here. Despacio. Hey, what are you doing? Okay, come on. Let's go try our luck. Pretty country.
Beautiful.
Come on, let's go see what's biting. You take this spot, Arthur. I'm going to cast from over to the right there, so we're not in each other's way. time of day really can make a difference. They feed early morning or late evening because that's when the insects are more likely to be out. Yeah. He's a fighter. Got such nice weather. But rain can be good. Out. Sometimes big fish think the raindrops are insects. Okay, let's try for another.
Well, I guess it's still relaxing even if I don't catch anything. Sort of like staring at the sky.
It's your bait, I think. Come use some of mine.
Oh, it's not the bait. It's me. I've always been a poor fisherman, especially compared with you and Jose.
Just try some of my... Here. Crickets.
Thanks.
Another one. This is an angry one. Look at that. That's a good-looking fish.
Well done.
Told you it wasn't that hard. He's a fighter. Another one. Come on. Look at that. That's a good-looking fish.
Well done.
He's small, but might make a nice meal.
Oh, keeping you.
It's getting close to nightfall. Fish will stop feeding soon. Let's catch a couple more and then head back. My bag is getting full. Another one. I was thinking, you remember that stagecoach we held up in Nevada?
Yeah, it was a tip from that crooked lawman in Reno.
We opened the door and it's full of women and children. Rich, but women and children. So we let it go and read in the newspaper that the O'Driscolls robbed and killed them all the next day further down the trail.
Yep. You know, way back in the day, Home O'Driscoll and Dutch were sort of friends.
Friends?
Well, not friends, but they had an understanding. Then Combs' mean streak got meaner, and Dutch wanted to try to live a different way.
And now, here we are. You're better than you let on. Another one. You got this one. This is an angry... Good job, Arthur. Not bad, you see? It's the bait.
It ain't just the bait.
I'm gonna head back. You wanna join me, or, you keep trying for these bastards?
I'll come.
Okay, let's go.
out, boy. Have a good night.
Good evening, Arthur.
You ever miss home?
Sure. All the time.
Troy agrees with you. You know, if I didn't know, I'd think you
So,
could say maybe they're silly.
what do you think?
What do you mean?
About those two families. The rich ones in the big houses.
I don't know.
Go have a look around. See what you can find out. Calmly, I mean.
Sure.
Dutch and I, we both think there's money to be made.
I hope so. I'll see what I can find out.
Tongue. But I know that's just a rose's thorns.
You're a silver-tongued flatterer and no mistake.
Truth, ma'am.
I must get back to my work.
Pretty good.
Oh, there's something about that woman. Sweet and sour. Mm-hmm.
Good evening, Arthur.
Mr. Morgan, I feel I made a bit of a fool of myself again.
We've all done it.
And you saved my life again.
Well, maybe one day you'll save mine. Or my soul. Yeah, I'd like that.
Don't make fun of me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anyway, it wasn't a complete waste of time. I stole this from one of those awful men. You should have it.
Thank you, but you were blind drunk.
I was drunk, but I never forget my manners. Be well, Mr. Morgan.
Will you be well, too?
I'll try. I really will.
I'm down to the scraps here now, Mr. Morgan.
Can't have that pot go completely empty.
Thank you, Arthur.